Steady! Eyes forward!
Sir, did you hear that?
In the far north of Roman Britain, the air is cold. The hills are covered in thick fog. It is the year 120 AD. A line of soldiers moves forward, 5,000 men in armor. Shields shine faintly in the dim light. Their boots beat the ground in perfect rhythm. This is the 9th Legion, Legio Ajax Hispana, and this is the last time they were ever seen. What happened next is one of the greatest mysteries in Roman history. Who were the 9th Legion? The 9th Legion was one of Rome's proudest armies. They had fought in Spain, they had fought in Germany, and for many years they had fought here in Britain, Rome's wild frontier at the edge of the known world. Their base was at Eboracum, today the city of York. From here, they kept the peace in the north, guarding against attacks from fierce tribes beyond the border. Life for a Roman soldier was hard, but the 9th was famous for discipline and skill. They were Rome's iron fist. To them, defeat was unthinkable. The last march. One day, orders arrived. The governor told the 9th to march north. The Caledonian tribes, the people who lived in what is now Scotland, had risen in rebellion. It was the 9th's job to crush them. They packed their gear, polished their armor, and began the long march. The land they entered was wild, thick forests, steep hills, and marshes. The weather was cold and wet, and the tribes knew this land far better than the Romans did. But the 9th kept marching. Day after day, they moved deeper into the mist. After this point, the records go silent. No report of victory, no report of defeat. The 9th Legion simply disappears from history. For centuries, historians have argued about what happened. 4 main theories remain. Theory 1, the ambush. Narrator: one theory says the 9th was wiped out in a massive ambush. The Caledonian warriors were skilled at surprise attacks. They would strike quickly, then vanish into the fog. Imagine it, the 9th marching through a narrow valley, the mist closing in, when suddenly the sound of war horns. Arrows fly, spears are thrown. Warriors charge from the hills. The Romans form their shield wall, but there are too many enemies. The line breaks, men fall. The battle turns into chaos. By the end, the 9th is gone. Not one man returns to tell the story. Theory 2, desertion. Another theory is desertion. Life in northern Britain was miserable, cold, wet, and dangerous. Some soldiers may have decided they had had enough. In this version, small groups slip away at night. Some may have tried to return to Roman towns. Others may have joined local tribes, disappearing into the countryside. If too many men left, the legion would fall apart, and Rome would quietly erase it from the records to hide the shame. Theory 3, redeployment. Some historians believe the 9th didn't die in Britain at all. Instead, they were sent to another part of the empire, maybe to fight in the Middle East or along the Rhine River. If this is true, they may have been destroyed far from home. But if so, why are there no records of their victories or defeats elsewhere? Theory 4, the mythical end. Narrator: and then there is the legend. The story that the mist itself took the 9th. People in the north told tales of a Roman army that marched into the hills and was never seen again, as if the land itself swallowed them. It is only a story, but in a place this wild and mysterious, it is easy to believe. Evidence and clues. What clues do we have? Not many. Some Roman records list the 9th in Britain around 108 AD, but later their name vanishes from official lists. In York, an old stone inscription mentions officers of the 9th, but this may be from before their final march. There are no mass graves that clearly belong to them. No weapons scattered across a battlefield. Just silence. Silence and the land. The hills and valleys they marched through are still here. Still lonely. Still covered in mist. The aftermath. What we do know is that Rome did not give up the north easily. Within a few years, other legions were sent to replace the 9th. Forts were rebuilt, roads were strengthened. Eventually, the Romans built Hadrian's Wall, a massive stone barrier across the width of Britain. Was the wall built because of what happened to the 9th? Some think so. It would have been a way to keep the tribes at bay, and to make sure another legion did not vanish in the same way. Today, the mystery still fascinates historians, writers, and filmmakers. Novels have been written about it, movies have been made. People hike the hills, wondering if they walk over the very ground where the 9th fought or fell. From time to time, Roman artifacts are found, coins, weapons, pieces of armor. Each discovery makes people wonder, could this be from the 9th? Could this be the final clue? The 9th Legion marched into the north, and then they were gone. Were they defeated in a bloody battle? Did they abandon their post? Were they sent far away, or other frontier? Or did they simply fade into the mist, becoming a story whispered for generations? We may never know for sure, but their mystery has lasted for nearly 2,000 years, and perhaps that is why we still talk about them today. What do you think happens to the 9th?